guys, welcome back to my Bloggers Friday. Today I kind of wanted to come at you with something a little bit different than what I have been doing. I actually had a whole different video recorded and ready for you guys, but there was just something that's been on my mind, you know, regarding influencers and blogging that I really just wanted to take the chance to get out and to talk about, because it's something that's really been, I guess, just kind of bothering me these past few weeks, and that is the fact that everybody thinks that influencers are entitled brats. So today I wanted to kind of come at you and break down why it is that a lot of people think that influencers are entitled brats, and I kind of wanted to combat that perception and let the general public know that no, you know, not everybody is, you know, a Logan Paul. Hate to say it. Not everybody is, you know, the Paul brothers. Not everybody is an obnoxious YouTuber that does stupid vlogs and gets in trouble for it. They are just more highly seen, I guess. And there's just this perception that online and social media influencers are entitled brats, that it's not a real job, you know, that what we're doing doesn't matter. And I just wanted to come on and discuss that. And I want to open up the comments for, you know, civil discussion. You know, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I would love to hear your point of view in a civil manner. And if you do agree with what I'm saying, I would also love to hear your opinions down in the comments. So with that being said, I want to start off with talking about why I feel that a lot of the general public does view social media influencers as entitled brats. And a lot of that comes from perception. And the perception that a lot of these people in, you know, the general population that don't work in marketing, that don't work as influencers, what they're seeing is they're seeing this White Moose Cafe scandal. They're seeing, you know, the Paul brothers and all of their scandals. They're seeing, you know, a lot of these big named YouTubers and Instagrammers having these scandals, and they think that that's all of us, and it's not. You know, that's a very, very small percentage of us. They're just very highly seen. So, I mean, they have to, it's hard to wrap their head, a lot of people's head around the fact that we're not all the same, because you know, the general consensus is social influencers, that's not a real job. Social influencers, that's, you know, they're entitled millennials. And that's definitely not true, because think about it, that would be like me saying every single attorney out there is a slimy shark. And that's not true. I've met some that aren't. I've known a whole lot more that are not from my time in the legal field. So it's generalizing any group of people, any occupation. It's just incorrect, because not everybody is like that. And the vast majority of social media influencers are not like the Pauls. They are not greedy millennials that are just out for free stuff and 5 minutes of fame. You know, it is our profession that we have chosen to be in. And another problem I see from the general public's perspective is that a lot of people, they see a very small portion of the picture. They see the videos, they see the blog posts, they see, you know, the beautiful images on Instagram, the lifestyle, the free product, the money. And they think that that's it. They think that it's as simple as companies send us stuff, we take a pretty picture, and that's it, said, done. We do nothing. And while that might be their perception of what we do, that's not what we do. There is a whole lot more that goes on behind the scenes that so many people don't realize. It doesn't just take 5 seconds to take that pretty picture that you saw on Instagram. You know, that might have taken an hour to get the correct picture, and then there's editing, and then if you watch on YouTube videos, that's hours of editing and rendering and uploading, and it's time consuming. And a lot of people say, well, it's just your hobby, you do it for fun. Well, we also get paid for our work. It's like saying artists shouldn't be paid because they like creating art, that musicians shouldn't be paid because they enjoy creating music. Everybody in this creative space, I feel like a lot of people think that it's not real, you know, unless you're Beyonce and have all these millions and millions and millions of fans. People think that people in the creative space are not gainfully employed and are freeloaders and are mooching of the system, and it's just not true. We work, and it takes a lot more than I think a lot of people realize. Like I said, I've mentioned in a video last week, I talked about pitching and how social media influencers can pitch to companies to collaborate with them. And that is sorry, my hair is like everywhere today. I didn't plan on filming this, so I'm kind of a mess today. But yeah, so I talk about pitching, and pitching is a large part of what we do. And it's not, hey, can I get some free stuff? It's much, much more than that. It's coming to a company with a collaborative business idea that will be mutually beneficial to both parties. That is what influencers do. Influencer marketing is growing and growing and growing, and there is no sign of it slowing down. It's starting to overtake the ROI on traditional advertising. It's way less expensive than traditional advertising. And there's some studies that I have read that said that it converts at a higher rate than traditional advertising. But you don't see people out there bashing traditional advertising. You don't see people saying, oh, they put out a commercial. Oh, they have a billboard. Like, they're a sellout. Like, that company is terrible because they're using billboards or TV commercials or, you know, using the newspaper or whatever type form of advertising you want. This is just another form of advertising for companies. And being an influencer is really not much different than running your own advertising agency, because that's what you're doing. You are working with companies, you are advertising for them, and you're getting compensated for the work that you are creating. So no, I don't think that influencers are entitled millennials that think that the world owes them everything. The perception that social media influencers are these entitled millennials that think the world owes them everything and gets participation trophies, and that needs to end because that is not what this is. This is a market that is continuously growing, that, you know, is expanding exponentially. It's gonna take over traditional marketing. Just watch. It's gonna take over. And I mean, it's not a new thing. For years and years and years, companies paid, you know, celebrities to advertise their products. Now they're just paying regular people with large social media followings. And the benefit to the companies is that a lot of times people feel like they know their favorite YouTuber. They connect with them. They feel like they know their favorite blogger. You know, they feel like that blogger responds back to them in comments or back to them on the YouTube videos, or we talk on Instagram or through Twitter. And people feel connected to their social media influencers more so than they feel connected to, you know, any type of celebrity. And in that way, a lot of people are more likely to go off the recommendation of somebody that they feel more connected to, somebody they feel like they may know, somebody that, you know, opinion they trust. So yeah, it's a benefit to businesses. Now, yes, there are scammy influencers out there. There is a small group of influencers that are fake. They buy their followers. They don't have real social media followings. They're just in it for the free stuff. And those small portion of the community should not give the rest of us a bad name. You know, like like I said, that's like any group of people, any group of occupations saying that a few bad apples ruins the bunch, and it does not. Because companies are finding great success working with influencers, whether they be large influencers or even micro influencers. The benefit of working with so-called micro influencers who have smaller following is typically the micro influencer is more engaged with their audience. They are more likely to respond back to comments, and people feel like much more connected to a micro influencer than a large, you know, huge influencer. You know, I talk to people in my DMs on my Instagram. I respond back to comments here on YouTube and on my blog and on Facebook. And I like to really get to know my following, talk to them, see what they like. And I like to craft my posts around what they want. And I recommend products that I enjoy and I think they will enjoy. So in that aspect, it is beneficial for a business that wants to reach my audience to work with me, because I can recommend it to my audience who is engaged with me, who does trust me, who, you know, knows that I'm not just pushing everything out there, because that's not what we do. So many times people think we just take all the free stuff, and the amount of things that we turn down would blow you away. It just would. Because we turn down, I know I do, and I know a lot of other bloggers that I talk to turn down offers for free product, even paid product, just because it doesn't fit with our mission. It doesn't fit with what we're doing. It doesn't fit with our audience. So no, we're not just pushing stuff to make money. We're not freeloaders just trying to get a freebie. We are an occupation. We're a growing occupation. And I really think that within the next, you know, few years or so, hopefully we will be viewed as more professionals as opposed to greedy millennials. Because I hate that. I hate having people feel like we're just freeloading greedy freeloading greedy millennials, because we work really hard to establish relationships with brands, relationships with our audience, and to build community to where we can have a certain amount of influence to where we can work with companies and where we can make a difference in, you know, a marketing campaign. So that's just kind of what I want to come at you with today. I just want to talk about why I feel like people think that influencers are, you know, greedy and scammy and freeloaders, and it's not a real profession. And I wanted to counteract that and let you know why we work so hard and, you know, what it is we really do. And if you have any questions or comments, whether you agree with me or not, leave them in the comment box below. I would love to have a conversation with you and see if we can see each other's points of view, because I feel like that's what is most important in this world, is to come at somebody that maybe has a differing point of view than you and be able to have a civil conversation and maybe both walk away learning something about the other person's view. So if you enjoyed this, let me know, and I will see you guys later. Bye.